Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Michael Bernoff Show. If it's your first time on the show, welcome. If you've been here before, glad to have you back. And today's topic is no different than the majority of topics in the past. Talking about business owners, top performers, people in the world that are looking to get ahead and make the things happen in their life. And the one topic we want to share is this: the internet. Not just the internet, social media and promoting your business online, because a recent poll that we did showed that 70% of you out there, 70% of our students, people that have been working with us for over 20 years, have said they are not promoting at the level that they want online. Either not promoting at all or they're promoting and not getting the results that they're looking for. So we've all heard that social media and promoting online is the future. Well, I'm going to tell you, it is not the future. It is the absolute now. And if you are not getting yourself out there at the level that you need, today's show is all about understanding the psychology, the reasons why, and how to overcome them. And there's some challenges that a lot of us run into. And after 20 plus years of working with entrepreneurs, even pre-social media, one of the things that I learned is there's some stuff that holds people back. There's two main fears that all of us as entrepreneurs deal with that if we do not uncover, deal with, and understand, it is affecting you economically in incredible ways. Today's show, we're going to do in real time, show you which of these may be holding you back. And also something midway through the show, we call the comparison trap. And it's not just comparing yourself to others. It's truly who you're actually comparing yourself to, or what it is you want to do, or maybe even who you're modeling in business. This is one of the biggest things I run into with people. I'll be sitting with them one-on-one, and maybe it's someone like you out there. And I'll ask you, who are you comparing to? Who is it that comparison is based on? And that is one of the biggest reasons most people fail. And the third thing, and this is really what I want to get the show to, and we start working with some live callers later today, is getting you to realize that certain people have a predisposition to making this very easy on them to do social media. Another group, it's not as easy right off the bat, but it's simple to get yourself to do and how to overcome that. And my outcome today is to get it to go from simple to easy to something that you do on a regular basis. And you're going to realize which type of entrepreneur you are, where you got to win in this area and a win in this area so you can get yourself online. So remember, you're not lazy. It's not that you don't know how. It's not that you know the right person to model after. It's literally time for you to start putting yourself out there online. So welcome everybody officially to the show. Super excited about that. I am Michael Bernoff, and for the last 25 years, the biggest thing we've been doing is helping high-performing entrepreneurs make a difference in the world. I'm with my co-host today, Jaden Easton, here live in the studio.
Excited to be here. Today's show is something that we've had conversations, I feel like, over the last couple months about. So I'm really excited to bring that to the forefront. And this was a really popular episode. When we started to announce this week's episode, we had so many people opt in for notifications and really want to just lean in. And the poll doesn't lie. You did a poll yesterday. 70% of people who answered that poll, who are high performers and business owners, admitted they're not as consistent as they know that they should be on social media. And you nailed it. I mean, I don't think there's a faster, more cost-effective way to market your business than social media if you do it right. Yet there's so many people that probably have content in their phone that they're just not posting, or when they go to press the record button, there's something that happens that we're going to talk about.
It's almost like the brain stops working. It's like you have this great idea and immediately it stops working. Like, I have this great idea for content, great idea for something to put out there. And it's almost like, and then instantly the auto editor kicks in, and instantly in your brain, you edit it, you post it in your mind, you edit it, you post it, and you get all of the feedback in your mind, and it hasn't even been posted yet. Right. And I see so many people are the editor, the judge. And I'm going to tell you point blank, for those of you that are Gen Xers like me, this social media thing, because there's a little generation between Jaden and I, even though we look about the same age. I didn't grow up with this stuff. When I was a kid, it was the fear of cold calling, the fear of public speaking. And it was and people, oh my God, I'm lazy. What's wrong with me? So it was cold calling, and then it was public speaking. And these are the big things. Now it's cold calling, public speaking. Let's add to the mix social media,
live streaming.
And the difference is that there's no difference. It's the same situation that we must deal with. So if you're looking to get to 7, 8, 9, 10 figures, you're looking to the biggest business in the world, I'm going to tell you, this isn't about overcoming this. It is about understanding the block. It is understanding how to get the block to work with you and take those blocks, get them out of your way, put them underneath both of your feet, stand on them, and stand up and use them. Very simply, this blocks that you had as a podium for you to speak from. And I'm going to tell you, every one of you can use this as a stage, as a podium to get yourself to build. So my desire in the next hour is to work directly with you. Jade and I are super excited about working directly with you for the next little bit, live coaching on the air, and to dig very deep into this subject and really go over all the stuff that we were going to cover here today. Because if you're posting and you're not getting the results you want, there's something you can do. If you're not posting at all, well, we got some solutions for that. If you are like against it and you're like, no, I got to tell you, you don't need to get started. It isn't necessary, but man, it's gas on the fire that even the lady next to me on the plane, this grandma next to me, is scrolling Instagram. I don't know what they did to everybody, how they brainwashed everybody. It isn't necessary. You could run $1 billion chair company that resells chairs in Nebraska, and you could do it. You don't need it. But man, what a gift you can give yourself if you learn how to do it at the highest level. So where do we go from here, Jaden?
Well, this is a live, interactive call-in show. There's a reason we do it live each and every week. We believe in coaching. We believe the highest performers in the world, whether you look at professional athletes or even CEOs at the top of their game, they have a mentor, they have a coach. And when we started this show, we knew we didn't want this just to be one directional, us talking at you. We wanted it to be a conversation. And that's why when you text ASK to 480-800-8051, you'll be able to get the private show line for an opportunity to come on the show live and interact with Michael like so many others have done over the past couple months. And it's incredible because not only do you get impacted yourself, but so many people get impacted along the way. Each and every time somebody hops on the show and gets coached by Michael, there's a storm of comments that roll through that say, I can relate to that. That really helped me. So text ASK to 480-800-8051. Even if you're watching the replay of this, you'll get the private show line, and you can submit your question for future episodes so that you can hop on and join the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're live every Thursday, 8 a.m. PST, 11 a.m. EST, and share it with a friend. Because the only thing, it's very difficult to outwork your environment. Each and every one of us has a team, right? And when we can get that team playing bigger together with us, that's when the magic starts to happen. That's one of the reasons why we wanted to start this show. It's because the world encourages us oftentimes to play smaller than we're capable of. And this show is a reminder each and every week to stop settling for average and to play a bigger game and unapologetically play a bigger game and help other people play a bigger game around you, because this world needs more people doing that.
Yes, if you're a high-performing entrepreneur out there, let us know you're out here today, whether you're live or watching this as the recap afterwards. Let us know where you're dialing in from, where you're zooming in from, and put down the type of business you're in to be great. You don't need to promote yourself, but you could say, listen, I'm John, and I'm a real estate agent in Vancouver, Washington.
Yeah, we can see the chat right in front of us,
we see the chat
too,
box
so
right
it's
now.
Great to see you, Peter, tuning in from Alberta,
Canada's
Canada.
dominating
We got some
right
Canada
now.
in the house.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Canada.
Home and native land. I'm part
Vancouver.
Canadian. Yeah.
We got Arizona in the house. We got Paul Monaco from Toronto.
Atlanta just showed up.
We got a lot of Canada.
Yeah, welcome everybody. So give us a like, give us a comment, hit subscribe, and let's get at it. So let's talk about it. So Jaden, I get asked a big question. What is the first post that you ever made on social media? I know mine. Mine was MySpace. Did you ever have a MySpace account?
I didn't have MySpace. My first social
was it
media
because you were too young?
Was Facebook.
What were you doing in 2006?
It was kind of just like
How old were you in 2006?
on the cusp. On 2006, I would have been like, 10 years old?
You didn't have MySpace? No?
It existed, but most people were using Facebook. So my first post was like it was a Facebook status, actually.
Okay, what was it?
It said something like, I don't know what I'm doing here, but excited to be on Facebook.
Wow. Yeah, I had already been in business. I had already been running a multi-million-dollar business. And 2006 or 7, it came out of MySpace. And I'm like, oh my God, it's great. I think I posted a picture of my dog. And I don't remember, like, oh, my dog. And I'm like, oh, this is cool. And I remember my buddy Luke, and I love you, Luke, for putting this out there. He's like, man, I'm an ads guy. And Luke's made millions and millions, one of the highest performing direct response guys in the world that out there, like one of the big dogs. And he literally said, man, why bother learning the social media stuff because it's not as predictable as ads.
Yep.
And then years later, he's like, okay, I got it. I understand. So I didn't grow up with it. And let me know out there, those of you, like if you grew up with it, and give me a 1 if it's been part of your like business since the beginning, or give me a 2 like if social media came in after you had started business. I'd love to know. I see a hypnotist out there. Nancy, welcome. I'm a Ericksonian guy myself for 24 years, so you'll know what that means. So yeah, so like give us where you started, what your first channel was you used, MySpace, Facebook, Instagram, Vine if you're old school, like
Twitter.
Remember Vine?
I do remember
Jake Paul,
Vine.
that's where he got started on Vine. I remember him
Yeah.
saying to me, that's where he got rocking. So yeah, let us know what you did. I'd love to hear that. And then yeah, let's talk about it. So here's the thing, guys. I've been coaching entrepreneurs for 20 something years. I've been through so much crap myself. I've had my own. Yes. I had to learn how to use the camera. Yes. I had to get a video coach. Yes. I had to learn how to get better at this because that wasn't natural and normal. And I'm really good on the stage, but I wasn't great at this. I've had to get guidance on understanding how to be better on camera, not great on camera, but better on camera. And I had all the stories in my head too. Like I would say, well, I'm so much better with people. When I first recorded my audio set, this is interesting, and we'll get to this in a minute. Yeah. Jaden, I when I first recorded my audio set, Call to Action, we almost had to build a studio of people for me to talk to because my belief was so strong that I needed feedback right away. And this is something I'm going to talk about later because I thrive off feedback. My feedback loop is like, man, I'm better with a live audience, with a real person because I'm a method actor. Yep. I'm one of these people that like, if it's real, I do it. If it's not, I don't want to. So one of my gifts in one area was a curse in another. And I had to learn how to, I guess, imagine the feedback in advance. It's one of the things I had to work with. So I don't know if any of you deal with that as well. We'll find that when the callers come on. So 3 things you're going to uncover today. Number 1 is, I'm going to say it again, 3 big things you're going to uncover. We're going to talk to you about literally the 2 biggest fears of why we don't post at the level we need or post the quality we need and post the directness that we need that is impacting you economically. And I guarantee it is costing you millions of dollars. Number 2 is how to understand the comparison trap, and there's 3 elements to it that you're going to have to understand. This is from decades of research that I'm excited to share with you. And the third is there's really 2 groups of communicators and entrepreneurs. And when you understand which one you are, you're going to understand why it's easier possibly for them and the gifts that you have, why it may not be as easy for you yet, and how to actually flip that and make it easier for you into the future. So with that said, let's get at it. Is this live caller time? I mean, I don't know how this works.
Yeah, I figure a great way to kick this off, that was a beautiful tee up. We got a lot that we're going to dive into and explore today. We do have
we got an old CNCer out there
on
right
the
there.
line.
We got G-Pen 22, old CNCer.
Hey, let's go. Shout out to G-Pen. Thanks for tuning in.
And just to put a shout out to Jaden out there, has been a marketer now, an online marketer for how many years?
Yeah, going on, I guess, a decade now.
A decade now. So more than like a third of his life, he has been online. And most people, when they get started, they do a bunch of things, then get into social. He's literally, his first entrepreneurial endeavors was online, correct?
It was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So right off the bat. So Jade's been around marketing and sales and communication and online digital platforms for probably over 12 years. But what's so cool about this is we get a chance to bridge the generation gap and really assist you from a bunch of angles here today. So let's rock.
Yeah, let's bring out our first live caller. Our team is gonna bring.
They
out
live? Are they gonna appear like Star Trek?
That'd be cool. A hologram in front of us.
Yes.
So, Jason, let us know your name, where you're tuning in from, what you do, and then you have something going on with social media. Fill us in what's going on. You out there, Jason?
Hey, good morning. This is Jason. I'm a real estate agent in Arizona.
Hey, Jason. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. I've been pretty consistent at posting on social media for the last 5-6 years, but I took a break. And so my question is, how do I re-enter?
Okay. So is your question around like strategically, what platform do I start with and what is my first post?
Yeah, I would say what's my first post thing, what's changed, what's not changed. Okay. Is that the direction you go with it? Or do you try to pick up that old persona that's that you were kind of working off with the brand?
Okay. So here's my question. This is the part I got to ask you. You're been contemplating this for a while, correct? How to act, what to do. Am I correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. So a lot of people that have recognized, and I've had this experience about a dozen times, never to the level of most people, meaning that I never moved as a kid. And a lot of people have moved from school to school and different things. And it's always like each year, the first day of school, how do I act? What do I do? Who's going to be out there? Do they know me? I remember every year I get to reinvent myself on the beginning of school. I spent all summer going, man, I wonder if they sit me next to that girl when I get older, or maybe they could sit me next to a friend, or what if this magically happened? And I believe that most people
Great
look
metaphor.
at, what's that? You've experienced that, right?
No, I said it's a great metaphor.
Yeah. So we look at social media a lot of times like the first day of school, like, well, I really have to do a good job, because within the first 3 days, we think to ourselves, oh my God, in the first 3 days, my entire reputation is developed. And by the end of the first week, because this is what a lot of us, our thinking pattern is. You get back to school on a Monday at the end of summer, and it winds up being that, again, the first couple of days, even though people you weren't friends with, the popular kids or different kids, the jocks, the geeks, whatever it was, oh my God, everybody's friends for the first couple of days. And then by Friday, the weekend's about to occur. People start booking play dates. Back in the day, we just hung out, whatever it was. Now they call play dates. And by the end of 2 weeks, the group's already reformed again. You either got in one or you didn't, and you spend the whole rest of the year in whatever group you did, and you based it on the 3 days. Most of our psychology that we look at social media is very similar to the way that we developed our classroom psychology. And that classroom psychology was based on a couple of very simple beliefs that we have as people. The difference between social media and classroom psychology is every day is a different class. So what's interesting is you don't know who's going to be on that day. So it's almost like going to a new school every single day for the rest of your life. And some of the kids remember you from the other school, and you're starting to build a reputation, but you're not building a reputation with the same group of people. So it's a slow build. So instead of the entire reputation being built by Friday, it's going to get built in the next 3 to 5 years. Okay. So with that being said, that nobody really cares and nobody's really watching, and it's a bigger deal to you than it is to them, it really doesn't matter what you do, because you could change it all the next day. Because the biggest fear we run into is you want to do a good job, don't you?
Of course.
Okay. And you say, of course, I want to do a good job. I want people to like me. So the biggest thing we run into is this fear of, what if what I post is not good enough? Like, what if it's not as good as I thought it would be? What if they don't like me? What if it doesn't hit well? What if I waste a lot of time? So I find that there's two big, I don't call them fears, but like uncomfortable sensations that we get in the body. Let's not call it fears, just uncomfortableness that we get. Like, what if what I post isn't received as good as it was the idea in my head? What if what I post, they don't like me or they judge me for it? What if I'm just not that good at this? And so the things that we run into is this balance of these two things as human beings we have of, what if I'm not good enough? This is right out of, I don't remember which book this was. It was either Return to Love or one of those books. It said the two biggest fears we have is that I'm not good enough, and if I'm not good enough, I won't be loved. We want love as people. We desperately want oxytocin. We desperately want connection. So I put it out there and it doesn't hit well, I'm not liked. If it doesn't hit well, and I'm not good at this, so I'd rather just not post, still be good at this, and still dream that they like me, versus realizing that everybody you post to is dealing with these same things. What if I'm not good enough? And what if it's like the same reason people don't jump out of a plane. It's not a fear of heights. It's a fear of, what if I'm not good at this? What if I do it wrong? And how silly would I look? It's not the height. I'm telling you, it's not. Because if you believed you were good enough, and if you believed you were confident and capable, and you had done the training, you would jump, you would do it. It is these two things we're dealing with. So let me ask you, Jason, which one is it? Is it the worry that you're not good at it and they may not like it? Let's get real right now, man, because it's fine. I deal with these things too, because I've said, man, that was so much better in my head than what I put out there. I mean, Jaden's seen me do this. I'm like, I could have done better. Which one do you deal with, Jason?
No, I don't. I'm not worried if somebody's going to like it or not. I think I just got frustrated with putting the effort and not getting the result.
That's it right there. So that is a hidden version of I'm not good enough, which means what if it doesn't work? And what if I don't work is code word for what if they don't like it? What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't hit? What if I'm not good at this? So the idea that I'm not good at something is one of the biggest reasons we fail. Because we're like, you know what? Because if you believed you were great and you were God's gift to social media, you'd be posting all day long like a 16-year-old boy, correct?
Yeah, that's the way it was for a little while.
Yeah, I got it, because you didn't care, did you?
Didn't.
Now you care about the response you get. And because you care about the response, you're not doing social media anymore. What you're doing is marketing and advertising, which are very different. So social media sometimes hits, sometimes doesn't. Haven't you told a joke before and it didn't hit?
No, man, I'm funny all the time.
Jason,
Can you hear me?
if you told a joke to 10 people, are all 10 always going to laugh?
No.
Who are you telling the joke for, them or for you?
I would say I was probably telling it for me at that point.
One of my mentors always said, he said, listen, if you want to pet a cat, pet a cat. You want to pet a dog, pet a dog. Don't do it because the dog wants it, do it because you want it. So the question is, here's the deal. If social media stops being for them and it started being for you, how would things be different? If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. So to answer the question, I don't believe you're lazy. I believe you want it to work more often than it is. And the reason it's not working more often than it is you've got to get better at it.
Okay.
Do you believe you've got to get better at it?
Yeah, I think I need to understand the technical and the algorithms and all that other stuff and how to position it to make
You've
it
got
be
to
seen
become
more.
more desirable, buddy. What I mean by
Okay.
that is the algorithm is this. You want to hear the algorithm? He
Sure.
or she who offers the value that people want in the way that they want it gets seen. Did you know that, Jason?
Sounds fair.
So the question is, you're not that great at it yet. And every time you post, you don't get the results you want, correct?
I'll accept that.
So it's kind of annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
But you wouldn't, if this is cold calling or sales, you wouldn't give up, would you?
No.
And because you've got this other thing you can do called traditional marketing or traditional promoting, you don't need to do it. So you're falling into one of the categories people have is you're good at the other thing. You don't have to get good at this, do you?
No, but I mean, being a real estate agent, it seems like you kind of got to. That's
So here's
that's
the
the
word.
direction it's
I'm
going.
going to throw a word at you straight from my call to action program. Are you serious about getting great at it, or you'd love to see it happen?
I'd love to see it happen, and I need to get serious about seeing it happen.
Bingo. So if you got serious about it for a couple months and got really committed to it, not just posting, but getting better at it and figuring it out and owning it, you'd be different, wouldn't you?
100%.
Got it. So truly right now, you're not great at it. That's why you don't want to do it. You don't want to broadcast your not greatness to the world.
Oh, yeah.
Catching on, Jason?
100%.
And this is one of the things that, thank you, Jason, for joining us. This is one of the things that people come on. They're like, well, just make me do it. And here's why he doesn't do it. It's very simple. He's beyond capable. He's got he falls in that category of something I'm going to talk about later. He already knows how to run a successful business. Probably runs a 6-7 figure real estate business already. Doesn't need to do it. And if he broadcasts online and 3 people like it because he cares about the response, because we say, oh, I don't care. Yes, he does. If you posted and never looked at the likes or the comments,
we all care a little bit.
please, we're looking. We want it to do it. We want our time to be used well. Right. Folks, that's not the beginning of the game. The beginning of the game is doing it, not caring about the likes and the comments, doing it long enough to get comfortable with it. They can smell you're not comfortable in this. They can smell the difference.
It reminds me of a Mr. Beast interview that I was watching recently when he talked about, like, a lot of people when they first start doing social media, they're like, oh, it's the algorithm. I just can't seem to get in the algorithm. And he's like, the algorithm is dictated by the people watching. He's like, if you were influential, if you presented in the way that people wanted to learn from you, your content would go viral. And there's a reason why Mr. Beast posted for a few years with basically like crickets. And I really like Mr. Beast because he's one of the few creators that if you scroll back to his YouTube channel, you can actually, he left up his first awkward videos. Like you can see his YouTube videos when he's in like the basement with the dingy like little webcam recorder when like no one watched him. And you can tell why he's the best at what he did because he just recorded a video every day, and he would learn and he would study what the best were doing, and he would change his approach, and he treated it like a skill set versus like, well, I'm just going to record a video today and see what happens.
What's interesting about that is you hear that and you're like, okay, I'm going to follow that model. I'm going to model. And modeling is a wonderful thing. Like I really believe we should model success. The challenge is you don't know all the things somebody has dealt with, where they're at, what goes on, what happens in their life, where they came from, how often they've done stuff like this before. So when I think of, when you tell me that story about Mr. Beast, someone's like, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to post, like Gary Vee told me to post 10 videos a day and just see what happens. You'll probably post 10 a day, something happens. But I want you to realize something like this. This is no different than sales. I used to tell people, it's the law. They talk about the law of averages. And they'd say, if you call 100 people and 10 pick up and 1 buys, congratulations. You call another 100 and 20 pick up and 10 buy, that's the law of averages, law of numbers. And I'm going to say that's not true. I believe it's the law of you got better. After you've talked to 200 people, you're sending off a better signal. You've got better energy. You are more interesting. You are more interested. You're more involved with what's going on. So the law of numbers will get you through the first month.
Yep.
But the law of you get better and more confident and comfortable in what you do is a big thing. And the comparison trap is a big thing. Like, we compare our results to the response and the likes. We don't even know who was online that day. So it's like, well, how come Johnny didn't like it? Johnny's on vacation. Billy's dealing with this. We don't know what someone's dealing with. So I believe most of us are using the psychology of the first day of school psychology of a new school every single day online, instead of realizing I'm using this to promote and share what I do. And it's just a broadcast mechanism. It's like, I'm going to go to the street and I'm going to open up my doors. I'm going to scream. Now, some people are smart. They'll go to a different area. They'll go to a park. They'll go to where their client is. They'll move around. Maybe they'll switch platforms. They'll go to 5 places today. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to see what I can do to grab some attention. I'll bring some people in, see if it works, and I'll continually get better at this. And there's more to it than this, but I'm going to tell you the 2 biggest fears that we deal with is that I'm not good enough. Is very deep. And it's not like, oh my God, I don't like myself. It's a simple, like, I'm not great at social media, so we don't post. Or why would I bother? And we make up stories of, well, I don't want to look like them. And we start comparison is an interesting thing too. We start comparing ourselves to dimwits online. Like, well, I don't want to be like that idiot online that does like these stupid things. So we avoid doing it, or we're worried what somebody else thinks. But the second fear is, if I'm not good enough, I won't be loved. And I'm going to tell you, love is a constant. Love is the second most powerful word in the Bible is love. Okay. It's what everything is based on in life, is L-O-V-E, love. It's what everybody wants. They want to be loved, love themselves. It is the purpose to love each other. That is the key to life. And I put something out, I don't get a bunch of likes, get a bunch of unlikes or uncomfortableness, I don't feel loved. And if I put stuff out and I wasted a bunch of time, I get mad at myself, I don't love myself. So there's a lot at stake unconsciously with doing this that we need to overcome it. But it's unfortunate. This has nothing to do with being loved or being liked or being good enough. It's literally posting a video. And this is why the people that are the most disconnected with people are sometimes the best at social media.
Interesting.
Like absolute introverted actor type, quiet people. Because we get pissed off, like, what the hell? Dude, you see me speak on stage? I'm so charismatic. Everybody loves me. Oh my God, I'm amazing. And then you look at them like this mute over here that doesn't speak, channels blowing up.
Yeah, we've had conversations with this where there's, you can see actors who are, incredible and phenomenal in films, and they get recognized in these national and global awards. And then they go to give a 30-second, 60-second impromptu acceptance speech, and they're mumbling and they're stumbling over their words, and we're wondering, like, well, how can they give this incredible performance in whatever movie, and then when they come on stage for 30-60 seconds, and I think it's exactly what you just touched on. There's certain people that are just a little bit better at acting.
It's acting. And
then there's other people that are better just with people in the moment.
Yeah, so if you're really great with people, I'm not going to throw it out there. If you're wonderful with people, right off the bat, like so good with people, charismatic, great with people, camera sometimes is a challenge because you don't get the feedback loop. And if you do, congratulations. God bless you. You're great that you figured that out. But I have found most people that are incredible with people, it becomes more challenging, and you can't compare the two traits because they're different. So the comparison is not just comparing to others, it's comparing to another aspect of your business, public speaking or sales or any other communication element that we have. This is one of the things we run into. So what happens is so many times people wonder, like, why am I not good at this? Why am I holding back? And you're not. you're using the wrong skill. So the actors, they act. So there's different phases. There's speakers, there's talkers, there's speakers, there's presenters, and people that are present. If you're present with people and you're really great with people, like absolutely amazing, you've never had any camera training, it's going to be challenging to go back to being a talker, a presenter, okay, somebody out there that's a speaker. But if you're naturally great at being, it's not an excuse, it's a reason, but it's also something we need to work. It's two different skills.
Yep. Well, and this is why you also have to be creative sometimes in the way that you're recording content. Sometimes people think the only way to create content is to bring out their phone and like record a selfie video or to put a tripod up and speak to a camera. But there's a lot of people that are doing content in really unique ways that get a lot of traction online. I mean, this show is an example of that because like you don't love necessarily to sit down in front of a static camera and record content. So we're like, what if we go live? What if we work with people and we make it real? And now we can create content from this show.
This fits me.
Right, this fits you. I've seen other people, they'll literally organize events. Might be 5 to 10 people, and they'll just like teach with a whiteboard, but they'll make content in front of people and like in real settings. So
that's where the
it's
comparison issue comes in. Okay. Because we start, no, I'm going to cut you off, but that's what people are doing. People are thinking they have to do this.
Right.
Where do they get that from?
It's just what's you see that online, so you almost think it has to be that way. Oh. And that's the one thing about like algorithms is like if you start interacting with a certain type of content, you're going to be fed that content, and it's like this perpetual loop. So you think that's the only content out there. Yeah,
it's interesting because we believe these social media experts. They're like, you got to shoot it this way in a type of studio with this kind of light outdoors. Yep. Like you got to move and you got to do this. And we're like, oh my God, that works. I got to do that. I promise you, I could show you somebody succeeding with live content, web content, pre-recorded content, stupid content, comedy content, podcast content. There's probably somebody doing the type of thing that you should be doing, and there's probably 50 to 100 different ways to perform, and the 1 camera, 5 cameras, bad audio. There's probably people making it online. I'd love to do research. Oh, there it is. There's people doing social media right now and that are posting things online and promoting their business with no sound, in black and white. Yep. Posting a picture of an egg. Do you remember that egg years ago?
The egg?
Well, no, literally that egg. Like somebody put an egg.
It got like a million followers. They got a million followers being an egg. And there's also something interesting to talk about. It's like I brought up Mr. Beast, who a lot of people associate him with having the most followers, millions of views, but sometimes we also have to recognize that like to see the success that we're looking for if we're using social media as a vehicle to grow our business, sometimes we don't need 1 million followers and 1 million views. Like in my previous company, when I used to teach people how to build like communities on Facebook, some of our best clients, their Facebook groups didn't have tens of thousands of members or hundreds of thousands of members. We had people doing over $100,000 a month with groups that had like 1,500, 2,000 people because they're like the right kind of people. So it's also just to say that like sometimes with social media too, it kind of becomes this like ego game where we want like the tens of thousands of likes or the hundreds of thousands of followers. And while that can be cool, and it's not saying that you can't achieve that in the process, but also like recognize that people do very well on social media without doing that as well when you're talking to the right people. Because sometimes, and we've experienced this, you can have a video that gets like 4 million views, but it doesn't necessarily mean those 4 million views were like the right kind of people that would even want to work with you. Like it got a lot of attention, but it doesn't always also result in the result that you're going after.
Yeah, it's I call it like the stadium effect. If you take a look at any stadium in the world, you take a stadium arena. Mm-hmm. There's the people up in the rafters, the people in the bleachers. I see like the cheap seats, less expensive seats. Then there's like the people that got the tickets from a friend.
Yep.
And then there's the VIP, and then there's the ultra VIP, the people in the boxes. You've got to pick which group you're talking to, because in any arena in life, there's one group of people that the majority of the economics come from. Like I would guess, I don't know the difference, but it's like in a casino where the money comes from. In 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, the slot machines are just printing money, but they really don't put those machines right by the right by the games. Like they don't ever hit well right by the craps table, because then you avoid going to the craps table, because these are $1, $5, $10 versus like $100 a hand, right? So right by the high stakes, there's never going to be like slot machines that really hit. So you've got to think of this like, okay, I'm talking to, out of the 80,000 people that potentially could watch this, I'm talking to 300 of those. And whatever those other people think, I don't care. I want to target those 300 people. So the reason I'm floating this and I'm sharing this with everybody right now, and I want to like put this out there, is you've got to recognize which level that you're speaking to, the type of person you're talking to, and who you're looking to attract, because that has a lot to do with what's going on. But most people want to get every single person in there. Could you imagine a singer? Taylor Swift went on the tour, became a billionaire, and she's like, I need to make sure everyone in this crowd loves me. Mm-hmm. Even the dads, some of them that are not interested in the show.
Right.
Okay. I mean, I enjoyed, I respected the show. God bless Taylor. It's great. Whatever. She's awesome. But whatever, kids liked her. But I went because Maya wanted to go. And we went. I definitely went and got T-shirts during part of the show because it's just a lot. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it wasn't my thing. Do you know what I'm saying? But imagine she was on stage going, wow, you know, I'm just going to give up my $1 billion summer.
$1 billion summer.
That's
That's good.
summer of tour because Michael Bernoff didn't give me a like.
He's not a super fan.
I'm not a super fan. Yeah. So, yeah.
You're not a Swiftie.
Yeah, no, not at all. But anyways, that was a couple years ago. But anyways, we got any texting questions or?
Yeah, we do have some texting questions. Why don't we do this? Are you going to take another live caller? Then we started doing this new segment to Community Spotlight. Yep. I do want to feature one of our students.
Yep.
He's on the line here too. But here's what we'll do. And again, this is a live interactive show. If you text ASK to 480-800-8051, you'll have an opportunity to either appear on this episode or future episodes of the Michael Bernoff Show. So do that now so you have the link, and make sure you can also text us in a question as well if you can't come on the show, if you're driving or you're in a distracting environment. Still text ASK to 480-800-8051, text in your question. But let's bring out Edward. So Edward, let us know where you're tuning in from, what your business profession is, and how can we help you when it comes to social media?
Yeah, what's up, Michael? What's up, guys? How are you? Ed O'Keefe, business coach, high performance coach to athletes, and father of 7. I totally relate to. I'm a people person, so that feedback was amazing. Michael, my question for you today is, how do you balance following a model, like everyone says this is the way to do it, but sticking to your Michael Bernoff way to attract customers and grow your business and not get distracted by those other things? I know you addressed it a little bit, so if it's redundant, I apologize.
It's a great question. So I've got my way of doing things. I mean, this works for me. Are there things I could do that potentially get me more followers and a different group of people? I'm in a line with congruency, which means I have to enjoy doing it or I don't do it. And what I mean, I'm at a unique stage of my life where I don't have to do any of this. I could do other things. But if I'm going to enter into the social media or the promotion game, well, let me ask you a better question. You said you love being live with people.
Oh, 1,000%. So when I do something with my daughter, like live, like how you guys are doing this, it's so easy and effortless. Not even a question. Love being in front of groups. The going into the other room by myself and just looking at a camera, 100% is like, yeah, you got like paralyzing. Not paralyzing.
No, I know the feeling. What is, you're not getting feedback. So you're what I would call a method actor like me, which means that if it feels right, you do it, and if it doesn't, you don't. And this is what makes us do certain things and not do certain things. Like, you don't like being fake, correct?
Oh, I mean, it's ridiculous. Yeah.
So it feels like when you get at a camera, like, what's up, everybody? Hey, what's going on, Ahmed? You know, how you doing? Da, da, da. And you're like, that's just, why the hell am I doing that? So what I've learned to figure this out is there's a way that you could run 60% of what you do through the model of talking with another human, coaching them, helping them, communicating them, loving them, being with another person, or having someone ask you a question. So I'm a problem solver. Would you consider yourself a problem solver?
Yes, 100%.
Okay. So here's the challenge people have. Most people, when they go to record a video, they make a statement. Okay, what am I going to record? Okay, I want you to record a video and tell people to be on the training today and be on the webinar. And you're like, even though you're totally capable. Have you had that problem before, Ed? So here's what I've learned. You've got to have somebody ask you this, or you've got to ask yourself, what is the problem? So I said, Ed, we've got a group of people that do not know about the webinar later today. They want to be there. They're struggling in their business. What would we say to them if we needed them to show up? You would then go exactly what to do, correct?
Yeah, 100%. Like the solution to their business problem is going to be live today at 11 a.m.
But if I said, hey, tell everyone about the webinar today, you'd be like,
Hey, everybody.
So your voice will be different. So you've got to realize the type of person you are is you're a problem solver, correct?
Yes.
You're not a promoter. So if you looked at your social media as problem solving and sharing how you solve problems, this is going to be one of the biggest wins for you. So for years, people are like, hey, Michael, just tell everybody about core coming up. I've taught it for 20 years, core. I'm like, I don't know how to do it. They're like, all right, Michael, we got a group of entrepreneurs that are in a lot of pain right now. They don't know core exists. What would you say? Or Michael, what would you train a sales guy to say to get people to core? Well, here's what I'd say. So you've got to learn how to trigger the part of your mind that gets you to work. So one of the things I would tell you, Ed, is because you're a problem solver, you need to pose a problem that Ed can solve publicly on camera.
Yeah.
Have you ever looked at it like that before?
It's not as clearly. It's great. 100%.
So let me ask you, if you had to, like, what's something you're promoting right now that you wish you were promoting?
What is something that I wish I'm
like what's something you want to post online that you're not posting right now?
Yeah, I mean, how to use AI to grow your service business and your practice.
So if I said to you right now, Ed, tell me what video you want to make. Just humor me.
I'll make one up. Well, no, this is true. It's like you're wasting 30 hours a week doing mundane tasks that AI could do for you right now, and you don't even know.
Okay. So now let's do this. Ed, we're about to walk into a room of people. You're about to talk to them. Each and every one of them is doing business the hard way. They're doing it themselves, and they're frustrated by their employees. What would you say to a group of people? How would we help somebody that was in a lot of pain and we needed them to use AI? Like your brother, your friend, your kids, and they weren't using it. How would you say it to them if we were having a conversation with them? What would you say? Go.
Yeah, I'd say how many find that you're solving the same problems over and over again for your employees and it drives you up the wall?
That's different, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a problem.
So the difference is there's a real you and there's a show you. The world needs the real you. The real you solves problems. The show you talks. So I'm going to tell you, people dial in to solve problems. The challenge is you've been trying to offer people solutions. You need to speak in problem solving, not just in offering someone a solution that doesn't want it. You know this from direct marketing 101. The difference is the loop that you're missing is you need to communicate with yourself only because you're a problem solver. You need to then communicate. This is one of the groups of people. I was the same way. Couldn't figure out, hey, Michael, make a video, promote an event. Couldn't do it. As soon as you said, Michael, like a group of people that don't know how to get to the event, what would we say? Oh, here's exactly what I'd say. All right, next Tuesday, and I know exactly what to do. So that's what I'm going to throw at you right now. Does that give you some ammunition?
Yeah. Can I ask a micro follow-up?
Yes.
Super fast one? Cool. So how do you kinesthetically like make your, like after you do the process, 'cause I already could tell like you're doing the process here. How do you walk away going like, dude, I feel good about that. That was a good input.
Well, here's when it feels really, really good.
Yeah.
Here's when it feels really, that's a great question. It depends on your definition of feel good. Is your definition of feel good after you looked at all the likes and the comments?
No, I should have said without having to wait for the views or the comments, like just so like, right. No.
Okay. So if you were looking to get your brother to show up at a dinner tonight and you sent a text, would you be concerned like the result?
If I just invite him to dinner and he didn't make it, but we invite him?
Yeah.
No, I'd be like, it's all good. We did our part.
So what's your part?
My part is I got to keep problem solving and keep posting. And
your problem is it keeps on being a new audience. So it's not a problem. It's an opportunity. And the opportunity is simple. What I would do is as we put this out there, you have to realize that I'm going to do my part. I'm going to share and hope it's heard. If it's not heard today, maybe it'll be heard tomorrow. We're going to understand a very simple rule of marketing. The only thing you can't control is timing in people's lives. They're either ready to hear it or they're not. There's nothing I can do to control timing. Am I correct?
Correct.
So here's the deal. I'm going to throw it out there. It's just one of the things. If you put an ad in the phone book, like in the old days, like I'm old, in the phone books, we put out in the phone book, would you be worried every day whether the ads are doing well, or you be like, it either is or it isn't? I'll post a different one next year.
That's right.
So if this was the phone book, how would you look at it if you made an ad?
Well, if this was a phone book that we could be posting for free, and I'd be like, get your butt moving, Ed. Like, let's go. We got a lot of people, and there's a lot of opportunity sitting here.
How excited would you be if literally every day you got to post a new ad in the phone book and didn't have to pay for it?
Yeah, that's great.
Isn't that a great way of looking at it? So it doesn't matter. Tomorrow's another day. I'll post again tomorrow. So look at your ads over the course of a year, a week, a month, not individually. Because if you paste an ad in the phone book, remember the old days? You had to wait 5 months. Remember coupon mailers? 3 months until those things hit the streets, correct?
Right on. Yeah.
Got it? Instant gratification offers instant frustration.
Yeah. Love it.
Awesome. Thank you, Ed. Appreciate it.
Thanks,
We're not
appreciate
here
you
to
guys.
solve. We're here to re-clarify. Great question, too. And he's a successful business owner. I mean, someone running a 6, 7, 8-figure business in life still deals with the stuff. This is the type of stuff that we deal with on a regular basis.
This is the real stuff. This is the real stuff.
The real question. So I'm a problem guy. I like to solve problems. So I want you, if you give me a problem, I could solve it. If you ask me what to do, I don't really have an answer unless you tell me what the problem is.
Yeah. And this is why, we talk a lot about communication on this show, influence on this show, these foundational skills that, I can even speak for myself, where sometimes we want to chase these like Band-Aid fixes. Like we want to chase like, oh, I want to like understand the 5 hacks on how to hack the algorithm to get more reach, the perfect time to post, the perfect script for me to say on social media. I'm not saying completely turn a blind eye to that, but that's like, if you're into health and wellness, that's like the supplementation. It's like the 10 to 15%.
Stage 2.
10 to 15%. If you're eating bad and you're not exercising, well, that's a much deeper rooted problem. And when it comes to influencing communication, those are those foundational things. Like if you became a person of influence and you knew how to better connect with people, if you knew how to communicate in a way and communicate your message and communicate in a way that would resonate with more people, those are the more impactful things to focus on. And that's exactly why there's never been a better time for you to become a person of influence, a person who masters the communication with herself and other people. And when you text the word action to 480-800-8051, you'll have an opportunity to join us for an upcoming class that Michael hosts every month, where you get to spend 5 days, 2 hours a day with Michael. Laser focused on how can we level up your influence? How can we make you more decisive? So you're not going back and forth. Should I post it? Should I not post it? You post it. You record it. You put it out there. How can we dial in and learn more about communication? Simple things that we can say in everyday conversations and online to connect with the different types of people out there. Some who are maybe more visual, some who are maybe more auditory. There's little things that we can do to add to our toolkit to just naturally make ourselves a person of influence. And this is what you've studied, Michael, for the past 25 years, influence, communication. And, you've helped tens of thousands of people around the world, worked with some of the best athletes, CEOs, and something that I'm excited about that we recently started doing is featuring students that you've worked with.
I love this part.
So I'm gonna invite Joseph. Joseph, you out there? Joe? Our team just sent you an unmute request. Let us know.
Is Joe coming live on the screen or?
What's going on?
How you doing, Joe?
Another beautiful day. How are you doing?
Doing great. What's going on, my friend?
Well, it's been so cool, Joe, to see, you've been working with Michael for I guess a couple of years now. And, we were just talking about we had a whole show on social media today. Why high performers aren't posting us consistently on social media, or maybe getting the results that they want to get on social media. And we're just talking about how, the algorithm hacks and all the tactics are like the 10 to 15%, but really what it comes more down to is becoming a person of influence and communication. And you're somebody that, we've seen really level up their influence and communication. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity to share a little bit about what really becoming a student and starting to become someone of influence and communication, working with Michael has done for your life?
Um, so there's a lot of things that really come to mind. One, being so much more clear on my values. When I'm very clear on my values, I just know what fits and what doesn't fit. So it's much easier to make a decision, to be decisive, to go out of my way to avoid things that don't fit into my life. And then as a result of that, being decisive ends up attracting the right people into my life to make it easier for me to go to where I want to go.
It's huge.
That's
Huge. And that's what Ed was talking about earlier. Like, you got to pick, like, what is your value structure? What are you doing? Like, what do you love doing? I love solving problems. So stick with that. It'll be your value structure. And then that's the people you comment of. So, Joe, that's fantastic. What's been a big win you've gotten since we started with Call to Action and Core and everything?
So there's two things. One, the first time I went to Core, which I think was probably easily the least I've ever spent for an incredible event. I've been to.
We're raising the prices right now. Thank you, Joe. Prices just doubled. Thank you, Joe.
I've been to a few of Tony's events that were, between that 5,000 and 10,000 range, and I think bang for your buck at Core was by far the best. So through Core, I feel like I really spent a lot more time figuring out where my voice needed to show up a little better, where I need to be a little bit better at asking for help instead of doing everything myself. That allowed me to work on building my team out a little bit. It's helped me really be able to separate my work a little better from home. So I find myself being a lot more present when I'm at home, being a lot more focused on my wife when I'm with her. And that doesn't mean that my problems don't disappear. I probably have more challenges now than I've ever had. But I'm able to come home and be the best version of myself, knowing that I'm going to continue to improve. I'm going to continue to do new things. And as I do new things, I'm going to be in a new place, a place of being uncomfortable. And the voice inside my head is quieter than it's ever been. So instead of being home and being with my wife and kids and thinking about all the things I didn't get done at work for the day, I'm able to focus on being present. And then the same thing when I'm at work. I think there's times where in an 8 to 10 hour period, I do what most people do in a week. And it's because I've silenced my mind through the communication tips I've worked with Michael. And I'm able to really hone in on only the things that are going to move the needle that day. Doesn't mean there's not distractions. Doesn't mean that there's not things that come up that are emergencies. But I'm able to be more focused, more present, and a better version of myself as I navigate those things.
Well, Joe, we salute and honor you, and we love working with you. And I know over the course of time together, Joe runs a very successful real estate company. The 7-8 figure range of real estate is hard for people to get past even 6 figures. The guy's crushing it, making it happen. He's got some big goals and big dreams. So you're making it happen. We honor and we just really respect all the stuff that you're doing, Joe, and taking this work and using it in the real world. And those of you out there, give him a quick shout out to Joe. As you're online, just give him a shout out as well. Anything else you want to share with that?
Thanks, Joe. No, this is a show for high performers and business owners, and Joe is such an incredible, amazing in business. He's modest too. He's modest. I was gonna say very modest. He also he has an amazing family as well. So just an all around high performer. Appreciate you coming out, Joe. Any final thoughts you want to share?
Everything starts with a decision, and I think that decision starts with a commitment. And I can tell you that Michael has some skills that I've never gotten anywhere else. I think the people that are listening owe it to themselves to start with Core, start with Call to Action. I think Core was probably the greatest investment I've ever made in anything in my life. And I've made some great investments.
That means the world, Joe, and I'm honored. And it's funny, he came back twice, coming again.
Appreciate you.
Brings his wife and his family and everything. So, Joe, appreciate the kind words. I'm excited to see the journey you're on. And it's the biggest reason we do what we do. we love entrepreneurs. We love high performers. We love watching people grow. We've studied, we work with, we're obsessed. This is an institute. Like literally, what do you do here? People knock on the door all the time. Human Communications Institute. What do? We study high performance. We study what makes people do things. This week's show is on performing better online, performing better in social. And I'd love to, we got one more caller we can grab. We got time for one more text in?
Yeah, we have some texting questions. So one more time, action to 480-800-8051. I'd love to call a couple of people that text in.
You're going to call them personally?
After the show, call them personally,
okay.
And would love to just connect with some of the viewers here and learn more about what you're looking to accomplish and how call to action can be a vehicle and a shortcut to get you there. So if you text action to 480-800-8051, you can join us for an upcoming call to action class. We do
Love
those each and every month.
And if you've already done that and you want to step up like Joe did, talk about core, just let Jaden know that's what you want to talk about as well. Type in action and then afterwards text core, and he'd love to chat with you about that as well. So we'd love to share what that is, because some of you are new to the show. Like, what are these acronyms? Call to action, core. What are these weird people doing? It's core is really about developing the core strength of you as a person to get the things you want, because the saddest thing in the world is to see an entrepreneur that dies with their business still inside of them and not ever fully seeing what their business is capable of doing in the world. And this is the part that makes me very, very sad, is that people have a business ability in their heart and in their soul and in their mind, but the world never gets to see it. And one of my favorite lines that I've ever heard was this: the world deserves to see more of you show up. And part of that is the world deserves to see you online show up, to do the things, to make it happen. That's a huge difference maker for people. So we got one more text in.
Yeah, we had a few texting questions. I feel like we've done a really great job exploring, what holds somebody back from, like pressing the record button. We had
There's nothing wrong with them. The phone works and the person works.
Yeah. What would you say? What's some like low hanging things that people watching can do to be a little bit more influential on camera? Like, is it the words that they're saying? Is it something they say something they say to themselves before they press record? For the people watching, like, what are some ways that they can communicate their message better, and be more influential online? Because there's a handful of people that were like, Michael, pressing the record's not the challenge. I just feel like my message just kind of falls flat.
Yeah. Well, they don't know what their message is. And what I mean by that is, I would say that the analogy of like, what do I say on camera?
Yeah.
Is not half as important as what do you say to yourself before you pick up the camera. Let's go help some people. I want to help solve this problem. I'm sick of people feeling this way. Whatever you say to yourself prior is what you feel inside is what they're going to feel. Because you have to remember the way communication is. 7% of communication is words. So what you say is not 93% of it.
Right.
Over 50% is physically how you move your body and your energy and what you put out there, like the believability of what you do. And the believability comes by how you hold yourself, how you're moving, how you're standing. Like, you can tell people are full of crap, right? The tone is a big person. Like, how does this need to sound is way more important than what do I need to say, okay, on camera. So I would say, what do you say to yourself prior is going to be the most important thing. Let's go help some people. I guarantee there's somebody out there that this is going to help. Let me find that one person this is going to make a difference in their life, and I'm going to share this now. So you've got to figure out, like, not only who you're talking to, that what the reason you're doing this is. If you don't have a reason for posting, don't do it. So back to Ed earlier. He starts making content with his daughter. He starts making content like let's say it's you and I, Jaden. We're making content back and forth. You and I are making content. We're making content. And then we made some really great stuff. Like, dude, that was so good what we just recorded. Then me going, what's up, guys? Jaden and I just recorded this one little thing. ... You got it, because now it's freaking real.
Right.
It's real. So make something you love, then promote it. Content, promote. They're not the same things. Do not confuse. Content first.
That's a key distinction.
Promote second. So let's go back and forth with the camera. So if we make some content like that was really like, just let's pretend like that was really great, wasn't it? Oh my God, that was so great.
Yeah, the fear
that
of
was
being
so
seen. That was such a good
that
episode.
was such a good episode. Yeah. So I can leave here and go, what's up, everybody? Michael Bernoff here. Hey, I just did a thing with Jaden Easton. You know who Jaden is, and pop him on the screen picture. Jaden, da 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 da. He did something great. It's very easy to promote something that you loved and that you appreciated. So I want you to know content, promotion. So one of the first things is this content or is this promotion?
I haven't really heard it described that way before, but that's and that makes it more real, because then you're actually excited to promote the piece of content that you're doing versus trying to like summon this almost like fake energy to do promotion maybe even before that thing exists.
Well, let's think. Sales, marketing.
Yeah.
Promotion, marketing, offer, sales. People think it's all going to happen in one shot. So I want to tell you, we need to get better at both. Content, promoting. People, I got really good content. Nobody sees it because you're not good at promoting. So if you've got great content, but you're great at promoting is, listen, there's 3 ways you could do this.
Right.
And we're making these dumbass promotion videos, but then there's no content.
Right.
So you've got to have content and promotion, and they're not the same, and anybody says they are, fool.
Well, Michael, this has been an amazing episode, and we had so many people that were just really excited for this topic, and that's one of the things that we love to get feedback. So if you watching right now or you're watching the replay, let us know other topics that you'd like us to explore
that
on
entrepreneurs and business
future
owners deal with.
episodes. I was going to say that high performers and business owners deal with. Because there's a lot of people that texted in, that emailed in, that thought they were alone and they having this like fear to post content. But it's a natural thing. But but whether or not you sit with that for the next 5 years and don't make content or actually do something about it, that's why this show exists, and that's why we want to shine light on these topics
and tell people they're not alone. We got
Right.
one more question online, or one more question either live or text in.
Yeah, we did have a couple texting questions.
Do one more because we started a couple minutes late. I want to go a couple minutes over.
So David from Arizona asks, Michael, I have a pattern where I record great content, edit it all, and then right before I hit publish, I delete it or second guess myself, and I tell myself I'm not good enough or nobody will care. I've done this for the past few months. I mean, we've kind of talked about this a little bit, but like, what's underneath this? Because most people wouldn't say they have this like fear of being seen. But what is like, what Dave's basically asking, how do I break this pattern?
Well, David, if you're listening right now and you posted, thank you for the question. And those of you who haven't asked questions, michaelbernoff.com/ask in the future episodes, or even ask afterwards. I'll make other videos. I'll post them online. I will post ways to share this as well. So the part that he's dealing with is like he makes a video and then he starts pre-editing it in his head, pre-comments in his head, and he starts playing a game.
The sense of perfection, probably.
Well, he doesn't even know what the response. He starts responding for people. What if they like me? What if they don't like me? So it does go back to the what if this isn't good enough? What if they don't like it? What we got to realize is half the people are not going to like it anyways. I can promise you everything you put out, half the people, they don't care. They're into their own problem. They're not going to like it. So you're going to get half the people have no interest. And then you've got another group of people that just, they're not there that day. So you're only talking to a few people. So here's the hard part. Nobody's going to see it anyways. It's only going to be seen by a few people anyways. It's just that's what it is. So
right.
Here's the deal. So this is a little checklist. Is it immoral what I'm posting? I would do. Do I believe this? Would I send this to somebody I love and care about? And am I okay with this being up a year from now if I was running a campaign and I'm running for office or defending my family? If the answer to those are, I believe this, it's not immoral, it's not going to harm me down the road, and it's just not ideal, well, then you push send and you push submit. And that's one of the rules that I have is like, it doesn't really matter. And the funny thing is, it's not the whole idea, just keep on posting content and see what works. It's kind of true, but you got to realize how the game works. I made a series years ago called Social Influence. I haven't marketed this in a long time. You probably could find it, michaelbernoff.com/social influence. See if it's even available anymore. I don't even know if that's even a thing anymore, if it's on the site. I know that we market it. And I taught everybody what social media really is. You're the marketing for them. Like the purpose of marketing is that we put up if that comes up, I'd be interested to see if it's out there. The whole purpose of why we put stuff up is they like you when you keep on showing up to the party. So if you keep on making content and showing up, you're important to them, you're valuable to them, and that they like you. If people like your stuff, they like you. So there's a few things that if you do them regularly, they're like, oh, okay, John's invited, he's a VIP member to the party, right? So the reason I'm saying this right now is like, you're better off putting it out than not, because you're looking to, I mean, if we're going to play their game, we're looking to honor the social media gods. Does that make sense? Right. And we're like, what do they want from us? Stories and posts and things. What do they not want from us? Not posting.
Right, being inconsistent, and
they want us to be regulars.
That's part of the funny thing sometimes when we're judging our own content, and I can speak for myself. I can also speak for like us. Is like sometimes there'll be a piece of content that I'm really fired up about that I think is amazing, and then that ends up doing terrible. And then the quick little video that I thought would do nothing ends up resonating with a bunch of people and gets a bunch of views and engagement. And that's where it's like, really with social media, it's the people watching on the other side dictate what a good video is.
The funny, they don't even, is it even there?
It is actually.
Push this, see if that actually works. See if that works. That's fascinating. Yeah, it's michaelbernoff.com /
social influence, one word.
One word, yeah, that's funny. It's a great program. It walks people step by step how to actually post online.
Attract the audience you want, stand out from your competitors, and build connections without spending hours on social media.
I forgot we even had that.
That's good.
I brought that up at the end. But yeah, I made that. We had a live group of people. We did it. It is step by step exactly how to do what you're asking for. So the gentleman David asked the question. That is the step by step how to make that happen, of what to post and how to post. And it starts earlier than that. And we can dig deeper into this topic down the road. I'll give away a bunch of the stuff. Are they able to order that online? Does it work?
They should be able to. Yeah. It's just loading, but
if you want it, you can get it. I'm going to cover a lot of that down the road. But one of the things that did cover is you decide who you're there for and who you're looking to market to, and it's like who you are and who you're not. And by finding out who you are and who you're not, that is a big deciding factor. Like, I'm a jock, I'm not a this. I'm a computer person, I'm not a jock. When you understand which you are, you pick your group. So part of social media is like picking the group you talk to so they can identify. The identification thing is used in politics all the time. It's used in churches and temples and everything. It's like identity politics. So you pick the group you identify with. It's not just niching. As soon as you pick that, this starts a whole nother subject for a whole nother thing. And we'll bring this up down the road. But I would love to dig deeper down the road. If you guys are interested in this topic, is really tribe identification is a big thing. I know who I work with and who I don't. I work with business owners.
Yep.
I wind up finding people that are not business owners that like our show. Very rarely. It's usually husbands and wives and boyfriends and girlfriends and kids we work with, but we work very, very well with that group of people, and we'd love to continue that. So thank you for the question. David, any other final thoughts?
Yeah, this was a really powerful episode, even for me. Clearly, there's a lot that we can go into, from like even the community building on social media. So if you want us to continue diving deeper into topics like this that are a little bit more like bit directly like grow the business focus, let us know. Again, we really value feedback, and we want to be focusing on episodes that are serving this community that we have of high performers and business owners. But make sure ask to 480-800-8051, so you'll have an opportunity to ask a question on a future show. Even if you're watching the replay, make sure you share this episode with some other high performers and business owners that they deserve to have their message shared with more people, and play a bigger game. Get the people around you playing a bigger game with you. Subscribe to the channel. Michael, any final thoughts?
Final thoughts is this. We're a community of people that are obsessed with entrepreneurs growing into what they're capable of being. Your business deserves the best of the best. The world deserves to see more of it show up. And if you're not getting the results you want, ask for help. Reach out. Don't do it yourself. One of the biggest benefits of an entrepreneur is we're stubborn, we're hardworking. One of the issues with benefits of entrepreneurs, we're stubborn and hardworking. It goes both ways. So it gets us off the ground, but it doesn't let us fly. And if you want to fly, you've got to help someone prop the wings, and we've got to prop these together. So we're here for you. We're here to support you. A couple ways to get the support you need, both Jade and I, is reach out if you need anything. Again, michaelbernoff.com. You can reach out. The 480-800-8051 is direct to us. Just ask a question anytime you want. There'll be a topic line that's going to be coming up here soon. And don't do it alone. Subscribe to the channel, watch past shows, share this with people you care about, and let's keep growing together. If you enjoyed the show, give it a like, give it a comment. Love the show. Share it with others, because the only way we can do this is through the shares, through the comments, and give us 10, 15-word comments will make a huge, huge difference. And what I'm asking you is this, is what you want from other people is what you give out yourself. So subscribe, share, comment, and I'm telling you, you will get subscribed, shared, and comment right back. So that's it. That's all I got to say. Super excited to work with you. Text in action to 480-800-8051 to talk to Jaden about next steps. And other than that, have a great week, and we will catch you on an upcoming show.
Go be great, everyone.